Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to make a fish ceviche, and this is inspired on my conversation with Lucia. She was talking about, her favorite food being ceviches and aguachiles. She's going to give us a recipe of her own, but this is a simple recipe because anybody can make ceviche. It's very, very simple. What I have here is fish that has been caught. This is a blue-eye fish, but you can use snapper, you can use barramundi, you can use anything else that is sort of a white fish and flaky, and that will work very, very well. I chopped it into small pieces so I can actually then next cook it with a little bit of the lime. So I squeezed about 15 limes in here, and I'm just gonna mix it. So I'm gonna mix the fish with the lime, so the lime cooks or sears that fish, so it's ready to go, and then we'll go into chopping. So let's do that first. So my fish is here, then we're gonna cover up in lime. We need to make sure that the lime completely covers the fish, because it's going to be cooking on it. Right, so this is very important. Alright, now we're going to let it cook, and to do that we're going to put it in the fridge. Then it's going to be cooking there for about another 30 minutes, and whilst it's doing that, I'm just going to go and start doing some of that chopping, but I'm going to use another chopping board. So I'm going to chop my onion, then we're going to do the jalapenos. I like keeping the seeds in the jalapenos for the spiciness. You can always remove the seeds and the veins. It's just for me, just makes it a little bit spicier. And they're also full of flavors, it's a full flavor, so I like keeping them. Alright, then I'm gonna do my tomato. Put the tomatoes in there. That's all we need. Alright, so all the chopping is done. So we'll be back in about maybe 20 more minutes. Once that fish is done, we're gonna mix all together and finish it up this amazing ceviche. But one more thing though, I'm also gonna make some tostadas, and I'm gonna show you how to make tostadas using corn tortillas, but using also a sandwich press. You can also do it in the oven, but I'll show you a quick tip on how to do them in a sandwich press. Come with me. So what we'll do is have some tortillas. So these tortillas, we're gonna leave them in here for maybe a couple of minutes until all the moisture has come out of it. So the first thing that is gonna happen is these tortillas are gonna take all the moisture out, and then it's gonna start baking. You can do the same in the oven, just by putting them in the oven for about 15 minutes at 120, sometimes 20 minutes. You'll see when they start curling, that means that they're coming. So yeah, you see the steam rising. It will be a few more minutes, and then we'll have tostadas. Alright, so after a couple of minutes, there's no more steam coming out. I can smell the corn coming out, and see, now we have tostadas. Perfect tostadas, perfect. Alright. So for you at home, if you want to make tostadas and you want to make them fast, I use a sandwich press. It's pretty good because what it does is you just basically put the tortillas in there, and then let it sit for about a couple of minutes until all the steam and moisture is removed, and then they become crunchy and nice, just like this one that I just made. You can also make corn chips this way, and another option would be to just put them in a tray, in between two trays in the oven, and then put it in the oven. In the oven, you're gonna need 15 to 20 minutes at about 120. Make sure it doesn't go beyond 20 minutes, otherwise they will burn. Alright, so 30 minutes have passed and let's check on that fish. It looks perfect and ready to go. So now we're just gonna mix everything together and finish it off. But the first thing I'm gonna do actually is take that juice out. And by juice I mean the lime juice. It's just because I find it overpowering. People like it. Some people do like it. I find it a little bit overpowering, so I'm just taking it, draining it out. A lot of that lime is already in the fish anyways. But yeah, let's take that out. Alright, so look at my fish. It's all cooked, it's all white, it's good. Try a little bit. It's very good. Alright, so the next thing is I'm gonna add the onion. Gonna add the tomatoes. So basically just mixing everything in. Gonna put that awesome coriander that I love. Alrighty. And the jalapenos. Next, I'm also gonna put a tiny bit of salt, just because there's already a lot of salt in the fish, but just a tiny bit of salt. And a little bit of olive oil. I do like my olive oil. I like my olive oil a lot, so I use it a lot of my cooking. You don't have to use the olive oil. And finally, gonna put some orange. And this is just to finish it up with some sweet flavor, because we have a lot of the citrus coming from the lime. And here you go. All mixed and ready to go. Have my tostada made with corn tortillas. Then that's ceviche on top. And here you go, ceviche. So refreshing and so delicious as well. I have to say though that in Mexico there's a lot of varieties of ceviches. There's also Peru. Peru is well known for the ceviches. I would say Mexicans are different, and both of them are very, very yummy. Let's give it a shot. Very good. Refreshing.